tucked away in the Shenandoah Valley, Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to James Madison, father of the Constitution and mother of some of the most electric crowds in all of college football when they come out to support the Dukes. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the New Mexico Lobos, taking on another SEC rival, the James Madison Dukes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. So the James Madison Dukes offense takes the field. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the passing game.
The receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. And that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that speed scares defenses too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deeper, else this guy's going to take it to the house.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The Dukes come to the line in the hurry-up. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Running back goes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Evans. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. They'll throw it on first down. And that ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receiver.
He's loose down the left side. 10. Touchdown, James Madison. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake.
He's loose. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. A new set of downs after the completion. He's got his man. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. This offense has a second down play. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Lobos. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And the point after is good. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And the Dukes want to crank the tempo. On the option. Now the toss. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Escapes trouble. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Now the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. The Dukes are on the move. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's...
And the freshman will chalk up a sack. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Looking downfield, it's Evans. It's complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Forced out of the pocket. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down. It was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
The offense set for a first down play. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Finds his tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Hudson. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. The give to the back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quarterback will audible. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Working that left side now. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Lobos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Getting some heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
All right, offense, it's got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
On fourth down, going to the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Running back searching for a hole. I'm not sure he made it out of the end zone, and it is a safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. The lone back's got it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. To the air, it's Lagway. Makes his connection. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to take a shot. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Looking to scramble. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They get him down, but not before he picks up 6 to the 7-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. The Lobos will keep this drive going.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get it.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, New Mexico. Ready to try the point after. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
New Mexico, 16. James Madison, 7.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left.
All kinds of running room. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Evans. It's caught. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. And the Dukes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop?
Gonna take a shot. Catch inside the 30 and still running. There he goes to the right. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Lobos!
Number 1.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Still looking, on the move. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Lofts one high and deep. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've had yourselves a great broadcast so far today in Harrisonburg. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving core in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's head back to the guys at Bridgeforth Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Dukes will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. On the move at the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Pocket starts to collapse. Flushed out of the pocket. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lagway. Then as he throws, that pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. The jet sweep pass. Inside the 30. And he breaks into the open. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
Got it! And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
Into the end zone he goes for the 2, and now they lead by 3 possessions. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
To kick it off.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
And the Dukes are in the hurry-up.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Makes the catch. It's Harris. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd down.
Trying play action. Dances away. Going to try to get it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. The Dukes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner is stopped. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Right back to the well. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
To the air, it's Lagway. He's got the back in the middle. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. And the Lobos come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Got his man. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And that pass is intercepted. Bringing it back. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, James Madison. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points. And now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UConn is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to North Carolina.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the air, it's Lagway. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defense denying a big play as we played 3 quarters. That's the end of the period, and New Mexico has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The Lobos have their offense in high gear.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
Fires to the big fella. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. And here comes the offense on 2nd down.
2nd down coming up.
Looking for space. It's Hudson. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Looking to throw, it's Lagway. He's right on target. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. And this will be the 9th play of the drive. Going up top on 1st down. He wants to go deep. Touchdown, Lobos! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Dukes moving quickly to the line. He's going to pass. He's got the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages. And
fires the pass, intercepted. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost done.
yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action, trying to get to him. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. And the Lobos have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the ground with the back. Open space at the 25. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. First down here for the offense. Dropping back, it's Lagway. The throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He's got it. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. He caught it. Touchdown, New Mexico! And the pummeling has started.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe negative.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. The corners are walked up tight. Looking to throw, it's Evans. He's taking a deep shot. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll try the run. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the 3rd interception he's thrown.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. On first down, here comes this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He'll throw it. Got a man. It's Carter. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. The Lobos headed quickly to the line. Looking to pass on 2nd down. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Quarterback checking off. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He wants it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
Yeah, I love coaching staffs that want to stay aggressive. And here's a team that's up in the 4th quarter, and the coach is still letting his guy throw the football around, but you got to make better decisions. I mean, at this point, you're risking your team's ability to win this football game. You got to be more conservative.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Looking to pass, it's Evans. He wants a big play here late. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it